Hello everyone, welcome to one more lecture of 9th standard English. Today we are going to do 2.4 the fall of Troy part 1. So this fall of Troy is a place in Turkey. Ancient place is there in Turkey, and in this story it is a war between Greek and Trojans. Trojans are the people belonging to Troy. Okay, so there is a war between Greek and Trojans. Now this war happened because of a girl named Helen. Now before coming to the main concept, first let me get a short narration of this Troy story. Like we have Ramayana and Mahabharata, and Ramayana is written by Valmiki and Mahabharata is narrated by someone else. Same way in European historic tradition, there are two books, Iliad and Odyssey. Now this Iliad and Odyssey it is believed that it is written and composed by a blind poet named Homer. तो जैसे हमारे इंडिया में रामायण और महाभारत है, तो वैसे ही फॉरेन का जो यूरोपियन ग्रीक है, यूरोपियन का जो कल्चर ट्रेडिशन की जो बुक है, दैट इज इलियाड एंड ओडिसी. लाइक वी ऑल नो हु इज़ राम, सीता, फिर अर्जुना वगैरह, द्रौपदी वगैरह. तो सेम वे in this European tradition historic book, there are certain characters like Menelaus, Helen, Achilles, Aphrodite, Agamemnon, Paris, Hector, Odysseus. Now who are this? Now the whole story of Troy is based upon these characters. Now what is there? I'll shortly explain the whole concept over here. What is there in this story? There is a war between Greek and Trojans. Trojans are the people belonging to Troy. So how this war happens? Now Menelaus, Helen, Achilles, and Agamemnon and Odysseus. This belongs to Greek, okay, and Paris and Hector belongs to Troy. So Menelaus is a king of Greek. Then his wife is Helen, and she is very beautiful, okay. Then Achilles is the soldier or the powerful hero of war of this Greek country or Greek place. Then Aphrodite is a goddess of that region. Agamemnon is a brother of Menelaus. Paris is here not a place. Paris is a name of a boy, and he is a prince of Troy. Hector is the eldest son of the king Priam. Means this is the father of these two boys, and Hector is brother of Paris, and he is also a great warrior in the war which has happened. Then Odysseus is a cunning and a very intelligent hero or warrior of this Greek team. Okay. So now what happens here in the story? Menelaus is having a beautiful wife, Helen. Now Helen and Paris, they fell in love with each other, and then they eloped with each other. They both ran away with each other to get married. Now Menelaus gets angry and he wants to take revenge. So in the form of war, this Greek and Trojans, they face a war, and this war happens for 10 years. Okay, so this is what narrated in this story. Now Helen, she fell in love because this Aphrodite is a goddess of love. Like we have many goddesses in our Hindu mythology. Same way, Aphrodite is a goddess of love, and she made, with her supernatural powers, she made Helen to fall in love with Paris. Okay, so because of Aphrodite, Helen fell in love with Paris, and they both eloped. That means they both ran away secretly to get married, and then this war happens between Greek and Trojans. Okay, so this is what narrated in this story. So let's start the story. Meanings are not given in your book, so I have written over the meanings. Take the screenshot for the reference. So first paragraph: epics are long poems that relate the deeds of great national hero or great national war. They often tell of a nation's early history. They may be composed and sung or recited for many years before they are actually written down. Now what are epics? Epics are certain long poem derived from ancient tradition. Like we have Ramayana, Mahabharata, and ऐसे कुछ poems रहते जो पुराने traditions को, ancient traditions को जो depict करते, they are called epics. Okay, and they डिपिक्ट द नेशनल हीरो. फिर उनका जो वॉर हुआ था, किस वजह से हुआ था, युद्ध वगैरह जो रामायण वगैरह में जो हुआ था, दिस आर कॉल्ड एपिक्स. ओके, एंड दे आर कंपोज एंड सम फॉर मेनी ईयर्स, एंड दे आर प्रिजर्व फॉर फ्यूचर जनरेशंस ऑल्सो. So the two famous Sanskrit epics that which we have in India, like Indian people, they are the Ramayana and Mahabharata, as you all know. And the two great epics of European literature means written work. So India का जैसे रामायण महाभारत, same way in European literature they written in ancient Greek are the Iliad and Odyssey. Okay. Just as Indian literature we go back to stories from Ramayana and Mahabharata, so in the literature of Western country they go back to Iliad and Odyssey. Same way like Ramayana Mahabharata जैसे उसमें युद्ध हुआ था, same way Iliad and Odyssey में युद्ध हुआ था. This because of this Helen. Okay, just as children all over India know the names of stories of Ram, Sita, Yudhishthira and Arjuna and Draupadi. So the children in Western country know the names of Hector, Odysseus and Achilles and Helen of Troy, the most beautiful woman in the world, because of whom the Greek and Trojans fought for 10 years. Okay. Now as you all know in Ramayana Mahabharata उनके जो कैरेक्टर्स है राम, सीता, लक्ष्मण, रावण, द्रौपदी, ये सब जो नाम है दिस वी आर फेमिलियर बिकॉज ऑफ दिस रामायण महाभारत. सेम वे जो यूरोपियन कंट्रीज के बच्चे हैं उनके लिए कैरेक्टर्स क्या है, ये सब कैरेक्टर्स है. मेनेलॉस, हेलेन, आर्किलिस, एफ्रोडाइटी, आगेमेम्नन, देन Paris, Hector, Odysseus. So these are the characters for those European children. Okay. And because of Helen, who is the most at that time, who was the most considered as the beautiful woman of the world, because of her this war between Greek and Trojans had happened for 10 years. Next paragraph. Nobody knows for certain who the author of this early epic is. It is thought that they arose and developed with the nation itself and were handed down from singer to singer till perhaps one great poet gave them their final form. Now no one knows that who is the main author of this Iliad and Odyssey, but it is believed that it was written or passed from singer to singer, and finally one singer gave a complete form to this Iliad and Odyssey. Okay, now who is he? It is believed that the final Iliad and Odyssey were composed and recited by a blind poet named Homer, who lived about 900 BCE, that is before Common Era, and who wandered from one Greek city or village to another, singing his poem to all who would receive him in their homes and give him hospitality. This wandering singer has been honored through the ages, and not only in Greece but in all Europe, as the father of European poetry. So now it is believed that this Iliad and Odyssey is completely written by a blind poet, Homer. Now he was blind and he used to wander means to move from place to place. उसका कुछ घर नहीं था, कुछ नहीं था. So wherever he used to stay, जो भी उसको घर देता था, hospitality means the one who is अकोमोडेटिंग समवन, कोई मेहमान को या फिर कोई गेस्ट को अगर कोई रखते हैं तो उसको बोलते हैं हॉस्पिटैलिटी. मेहमान नवाजी अगर कोई करते हैं तो उसको बोलते हैं हॉस्पिटैलिटी. तो द पीपल हु आर डूइंग हॉस्पिटैलिटी टू दिस होमर, इन रिटर्न द होमर वुड sing song for them. Okay, so he was not having any money because he was blind, he did not earn, so he in return to that people who made him to stay for a night, to them he used to sing song. Okay, he is wandering and he is considered as the father of European poetry. He was so well known for this poetries and songs. Okay, so he was known as father of European poetry, and he was honored from ages to ages. उसकी बहुत respect होती थी, उसको लोग बहुत मानते भी थे. Okay, then the Iliad is the story of Ilium or Troy, a rich trading city in Asia Minor near the narrow sea that leads from the Aegean to the Black Sea. Now here the location is described of this Troy. It is Iliad is story of Ilium or Troy, both is the same name. Okay, and a rich trading city in Asia Minor, that means near Turkey. It is a city near Turkey in Greek. It is a city and it is near a sea which is leading from Aegean to Black Sea. Okay, this is the location of the Troy. It was well situated both for commerce and agriculture. Commerce at that time means trade. So the city was well known for trade and agriculture. In front of the city was the sea over which sailed the ships of Troy. In front of the city there was a sea. In that sea the ships used to sail. Ships आजा करती थी because of trade. Okay, carrying goods and grain. Now trade में क्या हो सकता है, वो टाइम पे import export का goods रहेगा, कुछ सामान रहेगा, grains होंगे. Okay, so this ship near to that Troy city they used to do the trading system. At the back rose the high peak of Mount Ida, from which flowed many rivers and streams. Now backside of the sea was a high mountain named Ida, and from that mountain many rivers and streams used to flow. The valleys among the hills were well watered and fertile, with corn growing in fertile field and cattle feeding on the rich grass of the meadow, while sheep fed on the slope of hills. Now what used to happen over there near the valley was well watered and fertile and well watered. जब रहेगा कोई ज़मीन तो उसमें एग्रीकल्चर बहुत अच्छे से होगा. So here they do the agriculture of corn, then also they did the cattle feeding, and many ships and grasses were used to grow over there. Okay, so this is all description given about that Troy city. Round the city the Trojans had built a strong wall so that no enemy should attack them from the sea. Now around that city of Troy, the Trojans, the people of Troy, built a large wall so that no one from the other place could attack that city. The wall was so broad that the people could stand and sit and walk on it. The wall which they made as a boundary, it was so strong, it was so broad that the people could usually walk over that wall. They used to sit on that wall. That wall was so much broad. Okay. Then the great gates stood open and the people could go to the seashore outside and come in as they pleased. Now the gates which were built on that wall, they used to get open and people used to go to the sea and they used to come back when they have enjoyed the sea phase. Okay. But in the time of war the gates would be closed. But during the time of war the gates of that wall which was built for protection of the Troy city, it was closed. During the time of war the gates of that wall were closed, and then the city was like a strong fortress, quite safe from all attack, protected by the walls surrounding it as well as by the hills behind. And when the gates were closed of that protecting wall, the city inside that wall was like a fortress. Fortress means strong building or castle which cannot be destroyed easily. So because of that strong wall which was built for protecting the Troy city, because of that the Troy was like a strong fortress, एकदम strong था जिसको कोई attack नहीं कर सकता. And plus they were having a hill behind that city, and because of that hill also the city of Troy was protected. Okay. Thus the Troy was a strong city, strongly protected by its wall and strongly defended by its brave soldiers. So now Troy was a strong city because of that wall and also because of that mountain, and also they were having the brave soldiers. But all the kings and heroes of Greece has declared war against the Trojans because Paris, a prince of Troy, had persuaded Helen, wife of Greek King Menelaus, to elope with him. But here what happened, the king and heroes of Greece, they declared a war between Greek and Trojan. That means between Greek and Troy people के बीच में war हुआ because the prince of Troy persuaded Helen. Persuaded का मतलब किसी को जिद करना या फिर कुछ चीज़ के लिए convince करना, उसको बोलते हैं persuaded. Now this Paris, he persuaded Helen to run away with him to get married. Now Helen was supernaturally forced to love Paris because of Aphrodite. Aphrodite was a female goddess, एक goddess थी जिसने अपने supernatural power की वजह से हेलन को Paris के साथ she made fall in love that Helen. Okay, so because of Aphrodite, Helen fell in love with Paris, and this Paris he persuaded Helen को convince करता है भाग के शादी करने के लिए. So now this Greek people, they declared a war between Troy and them. Okay, and Helen was the wife of King Menelaus. The Greek wanted to take revenge on Troy for the wrong done to Menelaus. Now Greek, they wanted to take revenge. Revenge मतलब बदला. तो ग्रीक जो है वो बदला लेना चाहते थे ट्रॉय से, क्योंकि ट्रॉय का जो प्रिंस था पैरिस, उसने हेलन को अपने साथ भगा के शादी किया था, एंड हेलन वॉज ऑलरेडी अ वाइफ ऑफ मेनेलॉस. सो दिस इज द रीजन वाई द वॉर हैपेंड. They sailed to the Troy and laid siege to the battle, to the sea. Now this Greek people they sailed to Troy. Sail मतलब ship के through वो लोग Troy में enter पे, and they laid siege to the city. Siege मतलब the army which is at the surrounding the city, and no one could go inside the city, and nor the people can go out of the city. Completely it's like a cage. The armies they surround the city and they make it like a cage that people cannot go out of the city, and nor the outsider can come the city. So it's like the siege means this. With the army they surround the place and no one could enter or go out. Okay. So the Trojans too fought hard, and the siege continued for 10 years. Now these Trojans they also fought hard with this Greek people, but nothing happened. The war continued for 10 years. The fighting went on daily, but the siege did not end. रोज वो लड़ाई होती थी, दोनों में वॉर होता था, बट द सीज इट वॉज नॉट एंडिंग. On the one hand, the Greek could not take the city, and on other hand, the Trojan could not force them to sail away. एक तरफ ऐसा था कि ग्रीक जो है वो पूरा ट्रॉय को कब्जा नहीं कर पा रहा था, और नॉट द ट्रॉय पीपल वेयर अटैकिंग द ग्रीक टू गो अवे. यहाँ से भी ग्रीक जो है वो कम्प्लीटली ट्रॉय के ऊपर दे वेर नॉट कॉन्कर्ड, वेर एज द ट्रॉय दे कुड नॉट फोर्स द ग्रीक टू गो अवे. ओके. Every day the Trojans came out of their gates, and the Greek came out of their tent and ships, and the fighting went on. Now daily there used to happen a war. Trojans used to come out from that gate of that strong wall, and then the Greek who were staying in the tent of the Troy, they used to come out from that tent, and then again the war used to happen. Then कभी कभी जो है पीपल्स के बीच में हो जाता था. देन समटाइम देयर वर ग्रेट बैटल बिटवीन टू आर्मी. कभी दो आर्मी के बीच में हो जाता था, वन फ्रॉम ग्रीक एंड वन फ्रॉम ट्रॉय. देन समटाइम देयर यूज्ड टू बी वॉर बिटवीन द ग्रीक हीरो एंड द ग्रीक हीरो एंड द ट्रॉय हीरो. ओके. तो इस तरह से every day they used to have a war. Sometimes the Trojan had the better of it, sometimes the Greek, but still the fighting went on. कभी कभी ग्रीक जो है वो वॉर में अच्छे रहते थे, जीत जाते थे. कभी कभी ट्रॉय वाले जो पीपल थे ट्रोजन, they were good in the war. But this war continued for 10 years. Greek hero on both sides were killed in the course of the war. After leading the defense of his city for 9 years, the brave Hector was at last killed by the Achilles, whom none could resist. Now this war used to happen, and certainly at one time, at a certain incident, the Greek heroes who were there, they were killed. फिर यहाँ से भी ट्रॉय की तरफ से जो हेक्टर था प्रिंस का भाई, वो भी मारा गया. एंड हु किल्ड हिम? हाँ, वो भी मारा गया. आफ्टर लीडिंग द डिफेंस ऑफ हिज सिटी, वो बहुत अपनी डिफेंस मतलब बचाना, अपनी सिटी को, अपनी ट्रॉय को हेक्टर ने बहुत बचाया. बट अनफॉर्चुनेटली 9 साल के बाद हेक्टर वॉज ऑल्सो किल्ड बाय अखिलेस. अखिलेस इज नाउ द हीरो ऑफ दिस ग्रीक टीम. ओके. ग्रीक सोल्जर, ग्रीक आर्मी का जो एक उसमें से एक हीरो था वो था अखिलेस. नाउ अखिलेस यूज्ड टू वेयर आर्मर, जो मेटल का प्रोटेक्शन वाला जो कुछ पहनते हैं ना सोल्जर्स वगैरह, तो ही यूज्ड टू वेयर दैट. और अनफॉर्चुनेटली जब वो मारा गया, अखिलेस वाज आल्सो किल्ड एंड बाय अ पॉइजन्ड एरो. तीर, एक पॉइजन तीर से अखिलेस को मारा गया. अखिलेस एट दैट टाइम ही वाज कम्प्लीटली शील्ड, ही वाज कम्प्लीटली कवर्ड विद द आर्मर. मेटल आर्मर जो सोल्जर्स पहनते हैं वो उसके साथ पूरा कवर्ड था. बट अनफॉर्चुनेटली अखिलेस का एक छोटा हिल के पास, पैर का जो हिल रहता है उसमें उसका हिल जो था ओपन था, और दैट पॉइजन हिल विच वॉज अट्रैक्ट बाय द ट्रोजन ने जब वो पॉइजन एरो को, जब तीर को जब अखिलेस के ऊपर डाला, तो वो जो तीर था इट पंच्ड इन हिज हिल. अखिलेस के हिल्स पे वो एरो लगा, एंड अखिलेस died in that war, and Achilles was very powerful. Okay, so in this way he died. Now because of Achilles, there is one idiom or phrase in English which is known as Achilles heel. Achilles heel मतलब किसी इंसान का weak point. Okay, तो बिकॉज ऑफ दिस अखिलेस हीरो, उसकी वजह से इंग्लिश में एक फ्रेज है अखिलेस हिल, मतलब किसी का वीक पॉइंट। ना अखिलेस हीरो जो था ग्रीक का, उसका वीक पॉइंट यहाँ पे क्या हुआ था, उसका हिल जो अनकवर्ड था, बिकॉज ऑफ अनकवर्ड था। और उसी जगह पे ट्रोजन का जो एरो है, ट्रोजन का हिल है, ट्रोजन का जो तीर है वो अखिलेस के हिल्स पे लगा, और वो पॉइजन वाला तीर था, और उसकी वजह से अखिलेस ही डाइड इन दैट वॉर। ओके, देन स्टिल लेटर देन पेरिस वॉज ऑल्सो किल्ड बाय दिस ग्रीक। फिर पेरिस भी ग्रीक के तरफ से ही वॉज किल्ड सेम वे लाइक बाय द पॉइजनस एरो। जैसे अखिलेस को पॉइजन एरो से मारा गया, same way Paris was also killed by a poison arrow. So here the Achilles, he is died now, and Paris is died now, Hector is also died now. Okay, now the Trojans were tired of being shut up in this city, and the Greeks were longing to see their homes again, but the still fighting went on. Now इतना 9 साल तक इतना झगड़ा लड़ाई हुआ कि अभी Trojans भी they were like bored of this daily war, and Greek they also wanted to go to their home back, but still the fight went on. So here the part 1 is completed. I hope you understood this. Part 2 will continue in next video. Till that time, take care and bye.